started, I want to know what are some of your current issues or concerns with using Facebook and Instagram as your lead generation machine? I can sit here and be quiet as long as you want. Participation. This is a participation event. You learn when you participate, right? You learn when you engage. So if you can engage and participate, I promise you, you're going to learn significantly more today. So what are some of your biggest issues that you have? Is it that you don't know what content to post?
Yeah, I personally, I just haven't taken any action on it. And then you're always like, what should I stick? What should I put out there that's authentic? That type of thing.
Okay, taking action. Thank you. I appreciate that, Mark. That is open and honesty. What to post? Okay.
Yeah, no, and make it be authentic, you know. So
Okay. Anyone else?
For me, Lynette, it's getting in a rhythm of consistency. Okay, I'm going to post this on this day, and not feeling compelled to post every day if it just really realistically doesn't fit into my life. You know, so trying to be consistent and not overwhelmed.
Okay, so consistency, trying to figure out what to post. I'm hearing a feedback from someone. Can you all mute yourself if you're not talking? Okay, so consistency, what to post, taking action, like effective content, feeling pressured. I heard Laura say feeling pressured to post every day. All right. What else? Anything else? For those of you that are just joining us, we're jumping right in. And we are just talking about what are some of the biggest hurdles that you have with content right now. There's someone who is not muted. Can everyone please check that you're muted? That'd be great. I can hear feedback from somebody. It might be, it was Kelly. It was you, Kelly. You got it. Thank you. All right. Okay. So anything else? Feedback? I'm sorry. What is preventing you from posting right now or getting business from Facebook and Instagram right now? Why are you on this call?
I don't know how to go about it.
Don't know what to do? Okay.
Automations.
Sorry, what did I hear? I heard
Setting
something
up
else.
automations.
Automations? Okay, how do you automate your content? I love that. I love that someone just said, Lisa, thank you. I love that someone said automate your content. Okay. Anything else? We are also live in the Facebook group. So if there's anyone in the Facebook group who has any comments or questions, just add that in. So I'm hearing that some of the issues that we're having is taking action, knowing what to post, effective content, consistency, and
I have one more, Lynette.
Yeah.
Like with all the platforms and places that we can start to post, like whether it be directly from Facebook or Instagram or through listings to leads or from the back end on Meta, like we have a lot of options and helping narrow down like what's the most of it. Like where should we actually just start posting?
Where should you? Okay, where to focus? Okay, love these. Okay, so I'm going to start out with the first one. The easiest one for me is consistency. This is the easiest one for me to answer. So I'm going to ask you all a question. And for those of you who are new, this is a different software you might not be used to. It's called Riverside. So if you need to ask a question or put anything in the chat, just simply somewhere on your toolbar, there's going to be a little thing that says chat. Just put your questions in there and we'll see them. It goes to everybody so everybody can see it. And if you need to change your layout on your screen, it should be at the bottom of your screen somewhere where you can actually change the layout. So if you want to see something bigger, you can do that as well. All right, Tyler, are you here yet? I need help getting people in the room. 1 second here. Okay. Someone is trying to get in and I can't let them in. So can you, if you're in producer mode, Tyler, can you work on that? Okay. So anyway, so here we go. So consistency. So how many of you get up every single day and brush your teeth? Okay. Do you have to be reminded to brush your teeth? Why do you brush your teeth every day?
Routine.
Because what?
Routine. It's a routine, right?
Routine. Okay. Why? Why is it a routine?
Because I don't want my breath stinking.
Thank you. We don't want stinky breath, and no one else wants your stinky breath either. So we don't want stinky breath. We don't want, it's part of our routine, right? It's part of our hygiene. Does someone have to remind you to brush your teeth every day? Right? It's a very intrinsic sort of feeling. Like I get up and brush my teeth because I want people to want to talk to me. Okay. I want people to want to talk to me. So, anyhow, so when you think about consistency, I need you to think about social media and posting content and talking to people, building conversations as brushing your teeth. It is as important as brushing your teeth. Why? Anybody know why?
Results.
Thank you, Monica. Results. You don't get results unless you take the action. You don't take action unless you build it to be a habit. Habit forms consistency. So you have to form a habit of what works for you when it comes to posting content and stop making excuses. That's the only answer I have for you. I don't have any special secret sauce how to make social media consistent. You have to decide that it's something you want to do and you have to do it. Okay? That's it. So those of you who have consistency as your problem, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cross that off because we've just solved that problem. Now I'm going to show you today how to create the right content or the type of content you should be creating and to start looking at the results so you can remain consistent. Because let's be real, consistency is easier when we start to see the results and feel the results. When we get momentum, we want to be more consistent. Is that correct? So this week, or the last 2 weeks, I have sent out, I've been sending out video messages. I sent out including today, I sent 102 video messages in the last 2 weeks. 102 video messages. And I've done it every morning in less than 30 minutes. I've also posted 3 pieces of content a day for the last 14 days, and I have over 12,000 organic views on Instagram alone. Of those organic views, 165 people have visited my profile on Instagram, and 37 have downloaded something. Is that results? Okay. Is that something you want to see? That's that momentum, right? That's momentum. That's something you want to see. The more you see that, the more you're gonna do it, right? So this morning I'm sitting here and I'm journaling and I'm writing down and I'm like, listen, these are all the results I'm getting. I am seeing like, hey, guess what? I actually literally physically wrote it down. I was like, I'm gonna look at this because I just want to see. I feel like I'm doing all this effort. How many of you can relate to this? I feel like I'm doing all this effort and I get 100 views on a video, or no one likes it. Am I the only one? No, I'm not the only one, right? And if I had literally went off that, I posted one video and I got 100 views, or something just posted got 56 views, you guys, 56 views. I'm like, oh my God, only 56 views. Okay. But first of all, I want you to think about this. How many of you have ever spoken in front of 56 people in person? A couple of us, right? When you speak in front of 56 people in person, is it effective? Yeah. How many of you ever had 56 people to an open house? I have. Sold that house real fast, right? So think about it. Just I want you to remember, if you're struggling with seeing what people are looking at or judging yourself based off the number of views that you're getting on that content, just remember, if you had 56 people or even 10 people or even 5 people to an open house, what would that do for you? What would that do for your business? Right? So consistency is a matter of what Mark said, taking action. What makes consistency happen is because you make a decision. You decide, I'm going to do this, And I'm going to take action, and I'm going to do it every day. So Laura says she's feeling pressure to post. Okay, well, give yourself as much pressure as you need to actually do it, because I just told you why posting 3 pieces of content a day works. 12,000 organic views. In the prior 30 days, December 1st to December 31st, I was running ads. I was paying for money. I don't believe in spending money on ads, so I don't love it, but I have to test it every now and then, okay? And the training you're going to get today is showing you how to do it all organically. I don't want you to spend any money on ads. But I ran ads from in December. And so December 1st, I think we stopped them around the 15th of December. So for that 30-day period, I had 19,000 views on my content. I stopped running ads, and in the last 14 days, I've had 12,000 views with no money. Have I lost a little bit of views? Yeah, but guess what? When I look at the follower versus non-follower count, people who are actually already in my sphere, which is what you're here to do, is to learn how to mine that database that you have, right? People that are already in my sphere, that of the 12,000, 76% were already in my circle. Whereas before, running ads, 78% were not in my circle. So you have to ask yourself, when it comes to social media, what is your intent? What is your intent behind what you're putting out? What kind of results are you expecting to see? Who are you talking to? And that's the first place we're going to go today, is you have to know, whenever you're putting content out, who are you talking to? Are you talking to people that already know you, your followers or your friends on Facebook, followers on Instagram, friends on Facebook? Or are you talking to people that don't know you? And there's not a right or a wrong answer as to who you should talk to. It's all about your business strategy, right? Your business strategy is going to determine the type of content you should be putting out. So what I want to show you, I have a little bit of a presentation, but I'm probably going to go off it just because this is like I could talk about this all day, every day. I need no presentation for this. Okay. So I might use it. I might not. I did prepare it, so I kind of want to show you. But let me get to the part that we want to see here. Okay. So 1 second. So I really want you to think about a couple of things. So some of you may have seen these results here. Some of you may have seen this. Maybe this is the reason why you came to this training. Some of you may have seen these results from Sarah. Okay. Sarah was the one that in my email and my Facebook post, I said she had 22,000 views. But the reality is she had 145,000 views, 949 new followers, 3 active buyers, 1 that was ready to go right then and there. What would you do with 949 new followers?
Dance.
Sarah, sorry, go ahead. Who was that?
I said dance.
Yeah, is that Keith? Yeah, dance, Keith, dance. That's what you should do. Dance and then turn on the camera and put it on video. But no, seriously. So 949 new followers, 145,000 views. The listing that this was a home tour. So I'm going to show you the way to do a home tour today, because the number one video you should be putting out there is home tours. I am not the coach. I am not the agent who's going to tell you to say off camera. So if you came here to find a way to say off camera and not pick up the phone and not talk to people, you are in the wrong spot. Because you need to be on camera. You need to pick up your phone. This is camera. All of my content goes right here. This is, by the way, an iPhone 13. Okay, it's a horrible camera compared to all the new 16s and the 17s. I'm like, oh my God, I need a new phone so bad. But I still film with the iPhone 13. That is an excuse. Okay, I hear that all the time. My camera's not good enough. Okay, that's an excuse. So let's just let that go. Okay, doesn't matter. Anyway, so I'm going to show you how to do a home tour and how to do it the right way. I'm also going to tell you something you may or may not want to see, or may or may not want to know, and that is how many home tours you should be doing. Because how many of you have done the hope and pray method? Have you all done that? The hope and pray method? Uh-oh, did I lose people just now? Uh-oh, okay. Hold on, let me stop sharing. Let me go back to my screen. Where is everybody? Oh, there you are. Annie, is it just you? Oh, no, you are. For whatever reason, I lost you guys out of view. Okay, sorry. How many of you have done the hope and pray method? Sorry, I couldn't see this. Okay, the hope and pray. Are you laughing because you post one thing, and you're like, oh, let's just pray everyone sees it, and then you don't see it. No one sees it. You have 20 views, 5 views, 100 views, whatever it is, not enough to meet your expectations. And you're like, oh, crap, that didn't work. That's over. That's a bad strategy. How many team leaders do I have on this call? How many people manage people, right? How many of you have heard an agent say, oh, that's a bad lead. I tried calling them one time. They didn't answer the phone. It's a bad lead. Okay, that is literally the same thing as content. So you should be doing 12 home tours a week. 12. And I'm going to show you how to do it real fast. I'm going to give you a quick tip to do it. And I'm going to show you why. Okay? 949 new followers, 145,000 views. Let's not forget. Okay? So let me go into Sarah's post that she did here. Hold on, it might make me log in here. Nope, I didn't link it. Okay. Sarah did a quick home tour. I'll show you what mine looks like because I obviously didn't link it in the presentation. I'm going to show you the next one, and the next one is Shannon. So the other one that you may have seen in the hold on, in the email might have been Shannon's, where I showed you 19,000 views, 9 buyers sent over to pre-approval. How many of you want 9 buyers being pre-approved right now? I don't know about you, but the rates just went down and the market is hot. I'm hearing, like, here in Washington, we're seeing offer review dates already. We're seeing homes go. We're seeing multiple offers. Doesn't mean we're seeing massive amounts over list price, but we're seeing a rapidly producing market. I've got multiple agents that work with me on various different levels, and pretty much every single one of them is in contract right now. So who would like 9 buyers? Okay, if you'd say no, maybe you shouldn't be in real estate. I'm just going to put that out there. Okay, so let's take a look at this video that Shannon did. Did I link it here? Nope. Hold on. Where did I link it? Oh, shoot. She gave it to me. Hold on. Sorry. Tyler, can you do me a favor? Can you go into Discord and find the link to that video that Shannon did? She put it right there, probably on September-ish is when she found it, and he'll put that in the chat for us. So home tours are the #1 video you should be doing. #1 video. You should be doing 12 a week. Do you know what this equals out to? How many a day? Any idea? Monica? Five. Kelly said 5. Okay, it's 5 a day. Now, the trick is you don't need to be touring 12 homes a week, although I don't know why you wouldn't want to. Okay, I mean, you should just be touring homes anyway, because what do you sell? How many of you here sell cars?
Homes, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay, what do you sell?
Homes.
You sell homes. You are a product, sir. You are a product-based business. Okay. Yes, we have this awesome. What am I trying to say? This awesome like relationship in our business that we sell ourselves, our brand, but to the consumer, you sell a product. So you have to start with the carrot. You got to start with the lower hanging fruit. You got to start with I sell homes, right? So your content should be homes. Bottom line. How many of you are doing home tours every day? That's why you're not getting content. That's why you're not getting leads from social media. Bottom line, that's why. Because you're not doing home tours. Okay, so I'm going to show you an example of a couple of them here. I'll find some on my own profile. We'll find that one that we're talking about with Shannon. And I want to see if I can find the one with Sarah, because of course I don't have it here. Sorry about that. You can do home tours so many different ways. Home tours do not have to be a full-on tour of every single thing going on inside that house. You could film one house and get 12 videos. One house and 12 videos. Right? Because most houses have more than one room. Most houses have more than one feature. So it's kind of like if you go and you're putting content out there, you're putting a home tour out there, and your one video has every single feature, and the caption has every single thing about that house, price, location, offer review date, everything. Why does someone need to call you? They don't. Right? Because you just gave them a full tour. You gave them the address. You gave them the price. You gave them everything. They have no reason to call you, because guess what? Guess where they can go to find all the rest, and guess where they can go to book an appointment or to get more information? We got Zillow. Yeah, Zillow. Redfin, listing agent. Yeah. They could go to, or their buyer's agent, if you are the listing agent. They could go anywhere else because you gave them all of the information. So if you're doing home tours, remember, the least amount of information that you give them, the better it's going to be. Okay. Now, Shannon had a little bit of a different strategy that she took. I'm going to put the link in the chat for you so you all can watch it, because I don't know that you're going to be able to hear sound with this software. This is Shannon's right here that I just put in the chat. The bottom one, I'm not sure what the Instagram one is, but the one on TikTok, that is Shannon's. Well, should watch that. And I'm going to tell you something that she did really well with that post was that she gave a full tour of the house, which worked, but she didn't give enough information about it. That she had, it sparked conversation. It sparked massive conversation. So if we look at this, oh yeah, you can hear audio. Yay, good. Okay. I'm going to play it for you. Okay, so first thing that's right about this video, okay, it's 8 minutes and 44 seconds. So she decided to do a full home tour. She was testing and it worked. You don't have to, but it worked. First thing she did is start out right away with the low-hanging fruit. What was the low-hanging fruit on this content? I'll watch it again.
Hey, do you want to know what under 200,000 can buy you in Klamath Falls, Oregon? Well,
low-hanging fruit. What's the low-hanging fruit?
The price of the house.
Yeah.
Price point.
Price. Right away. Under 200,000. Not the actual price. Under 200,000. And she gave enough of a location that people were like, oh, okay, I might be interested in that location. Look at the number of comments. 162 comments. That's how she got 9 buyers.
I can't see the video.
If you need to change your screen settings, you can do it down at the bottom. There is a bunch of the layout down there that says how you want to change your view. I also put the link in the chat, so you can feel free to pull it up on your own browser. Low-hanging fruit, under 200,000. So when you do a home tour, just remember, you don't need to give them all of the information. Okay. Her caption here says nothing about the address, only about what's important about the house. It's character, location, potential, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, everything but the actual price and the address. So even a pretty, you know, if a consumer can find it, like it's not hard to find listings, right? But most of the time, let's just be real, people are kind of lazy. They don't want to go do all that research, right? So you have to kind of play off the fact that a lot of people are kind of lazy when it comes to research, especially on something like this. So for her, this worked really well. I'm going to show you a post on my own page just because I know which one worked really well to bring business in. Like, gotta scroll down here. But I want you to think about home tours. So if you write one thing down today, you take one thing away from today, you should be doing literally 12 home tours a week. So get out, get away from the AI video, by the way. Stop doing AI video for this particular purpose. There's a time and a place for AI twins, okay? This is not the time and place for them. These are the videos that are going to get you business because you sell homes.
Linnea,
Yeah.
can you hear me?
Who's asking me a question?
Can you hear me? Oh, are you able to hear me?
Is it Retha?
This is Retha, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have a listing and you're basically saying that you can walk into that listing, maybe even just interior, give an outside shot or outside part of the video, go inside and look at the living room and basically say what? What would you do?
I'm going to show
Just to
you. I'm
keep
going
it
to show
as
you.
simple as possible.
I'm going to show you here in just a second. I'm trying to find it for you
Okay.
guys. 1 second. This one actually got, I sold the house from an Instagram video. And you guys, I'm going to make it clear, like, you know, you can't just post, like it's not a post and pray method. So those of you who say that you don't want to post every day, who say that you don't want to, you're struggling with how to be consistent, like you just have to be. You just got to make a decision to be consistent and make a decision to post every day. Like that's it. That's the only solution. And you know, that's when you start to get results, because when you post inconsistently, you post sporadically, you don't really have a thought process behind what you're posting. What happens is that the algorithm doesn't show your content to people, right? And you want your content be shown to people, because even if you post every single day, like literally, do you guys know that I post 3 times a day?
No,
you only know because I tell you.
Right.
So when you see my content, you don't see, oh, she's posted that. She already posted today. Oh, she posted twice today. Oh, you don't know that. Right? So just remember that. Okay. People don't know. People have no idea unless they're actually going and scrolling your profile. And that's a good thing if they're scrolling your profile. So let me show you this one here. Let's see. Is it this one? Okay. So this one here, I'll share with you. 1 second here. It's coming. All right. So this is how you do, to Retha, to answer your question, this is how you do it. So I'm going to unmute this. Okay. Did you see it?
Yeah.
That's how you do it. You could highlight a couple of features of one if you want to, but that's how you do it. It's that simple. I'll put this link in the chat. You guys can watch it. I'll do another one where I'm actually like in the video. 1 second here. Stop sharing. Okay, let me pull it up for you. I'll show you another one. I'm actually in the video. but it's
Linnea,
that simple.
were you speaking in this video? 'Cause I didn't hear you.
Nope.
Okay.
Did you see me at all? No, you saw me. You saw me as in a reflection. You saw me in a reflection in the mirror. Okay. And I like to be in the reflection. Sometimes you'll see me in home tours. If you watch my home tours, sometimes you'll see me actually going through and waving in the mirror. And that's my presence in the video. So if you're afraid to talk on camera, there you go. I just gave you an out. But I'm not giving you an out saying you cannot get out of your house. Okay. You have to leave your house. You have to leave the house. Okay. I'm not giving you an out there, but you have to leave the house. And so the way you do it, if you want to batch content, if you want to film home tours, you want to get 12 a week, the way you do it is you actually have 1 day a week. Everything is about a system, right? So Mondays, home tour day. And you go out and tour 3 or 4 homes, do a quick video like the one I just showed you there on that Ocean Shores listing. And that becomes you cut that up into home tours, 12 home tours, showing one feature. And do not share the address. Don't share the price. Like I just like to say, what can you buy for 1.7 million or under 600,000 or something? But I don't share the actual price. And I don't share all the details about where to find the home, et cetera, et cetera.
So I just saw that someone said they just set up previews. And as a listing agent, sometimes previews, when you just have a preview and you don't have a buyer with you, really bothered me. But I would just like for that person who says they set up previews to see how, you don't have a client with you and how comfortable they've become with that, and has any listing agent ever had a concern that they
Yep.
don't have a buyer?
I'll tell you what, that house that I just shared with you, that was not my listing.
Okay.
I was just in the area because my mom lives across the street, and I was like, oh, so I texted the listing agent and said, hey, I'm here. Can I do a quick home tour of your listing and share it on social? She said, yep. Cool. Thanks. That's it.
And you did mention sharing it on social as a practice, or that's the best practice?
No, I mean, that's what I said. I mean, I would do that. Or if you go to open houses, okay, Kelly just put a good point in there. If you go to open houses, guess what? It's open. And you can ask the agent, hey, do you mind if I share it on social? In fact, I'm going to show you right now a strategy of how else home tours work for you based on open houses. So this is what I call a virtual open house. Let me pull it up here. Okay, this is what I call a virtual open house. So this is an actual listing of a house. This is one of my listings. I did this. You can do this if you're doing home tours for other people. This is another way to do a home tour. Okay. It's all of you who know stories. Okay. This is in your stories. Now, if you think about content, if you're thinking about social media, the feed is kind of where you start to pick up leads. That's your top of the funnel, right? That's where you start to pick up leads. Your stories is where you really convert them. So you have to use your stories as the conversion tool. That's the conversation starter. So if you go and you're doing a home tour, you can do this with video, photos, whatever. But what we did is we call them virtual open houses. And I would start this. This is I do my home tours. Let's say I posted them on Friday or whatever, right? This would be like my Friday, Saturday, Sunday content. I would post this on Thursday to get people ready, to let them know I'm going to go out and start previewing homes this weekend. What do you want to see? How many of you are aware of the poll feature on Facebook and Instagram? Okay, this is how you use them. Okay, virtual open house tours again this week. Are you going to join us? Right? People would slide. They slide to the right, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm going to come." Right? So anyone that clicks this one, it's like, "Oh, okay." They're kind of opting in. Think about it as an opt-in. The next story after they'd opt in, the next story would be like, what price point do you want to see? And this says on here 400 to 600, 601 to 8, 801 to 1, 1 million plus, right? Because what do I want to know? What am I doing with this? Anyone have any idea what I'm doing with this slide?
Deciding where you're going.
Yeah, deciding where I'm going, engaging them, qualifying my audience. right? I want to qualify my audience because I mean, the reality is if you want to hit a higher price point, it's super easy to do. There's a million different methods out here. This is how I did it. This is how I got $1-2 million listings, is by this right here. Literally said, what price range do you want to see homes in? I found that my audience was mostly looking in that 800 plus price point. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to stop with the 500 or 800 and lower. Because what they did is they would click this 800 to 1 million or 1 million plus, and then they would come to the next slide. And the next slide would see what's more important when buying a home. Kitchen, backyard, school district. What am I doing with this slide?
More qualifying.
Yeah, I'm qualifying them further. A, I'm looking to see what kind of features I'm going to show when I do my video. Okay. B, I'm looking to see like if they're coming down and they've now opted into all three of these slides, because you can see on your Facebook and Instagram, you can see who has opted in, who's looked at your stories, right? So I'm looking to see, hey, did they opt in? Are they looking at 800 plus? And what's their most important feature? So this is going to tell me, hey, I have someone who's looking at 800 plus, and they really care about the kitchen, right? So I'm going to go and I'm going to intentionally start looking at homes that have a great kitchen. I'm going to do the tour for them, of course, but I'm also going to go into the MLS. I'm like, oh, what do we have that has a great kitchen and might be in the location that they want, Lake Tapps, Tacoma, or Puyallup? What's in the $800,000 range with a great kitchen in the Puyallup area? So now I have a lead because this person has come to me and they have said something like this. Guess what? My mom is moving to Everett and we need someone to help her find a house for us. Here's the listing. She likes it. We want to write an offer. Okay. Because I have gone through and I have intentionally qualified my audience and I'm giving them what they want to see. Oops, wrong slide, wrong presentation. I'm giving them what they want to see. Mm-hmm. They want to see homes that are in the $800,000 price point that have, a nice kitchen and is in this area. And so what I'm doing with this content here is I'm essentially, because I'm giving it to them, I'm showing them what they want to see. I'm going back and I'm tagging them because I'm keeping track of who actually clicked on these things. Hey, Keith, I saw that you were looking at, that you're curious about homes over 800,000 with a great kitchen in Puyallup. I actually found 3. What do you think of these ones? You send them what they're looking for. Send them what they're looking for.
I'm more interested in the backyards.
Yeah, well, there you go. You were just my example because I saw your face. So keep us backwards. Right. Okay.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
I've been paying for Room View for the last 3 years, and I looked at my post, and I've got one post that had 13 views. The rest of them, nothing. So
yeah, there's a whole strategy, right? You can't just do one piece. I'm teaching you one piece today.
Right.
It's all a funnel, right? You got to put the content out and do more home tours. And again, don't worry about the views. If you're only doing one that's getting 13 views, that's only 13 people in whatever period of time it is that you're posting. So if you're posting more frequently, more consistently, if you're being consistent about it and taking action daily and posting, you're not going to run into only 13 views on just one video. You might run into 13 views on 30 videos.
Well, the Room View post every day, and sometimes they post 2 or 3, but they're canned. Obviously, they're canned ads, but I'm not getting any responses or anything on them.
So stop paying for that. I'm going to tell you why. So Keith just called out something really, really powerful. And the thing is that how many of you are sick and tired of all the ChatGPT content that's written out there? How many of you are sick and tired
I
of
am so sick
all
and
the
tired
shiny
of
objects?
it.
Yeah. I literally, you guys, I picked up a book from one of my favorite people in real life. One of my favorite people, he wrote a book and I was like, okay, I'm going to buy his book and I'm going to read it. You guys, the second page in, I was like, dude, I can't read this. It's all ChatGPT. And the reason why that's not working for you, Keith, is because that is not Keith. That is someone else saying, hey, I'm going to try to take this off your plate. I'm going to try to make your content super and easy. But the problem is, you guys, content is your business. You are in the content business, whether you like it or not. The only way that people are going to see you without you spending money on ads is to post you. That's it. And you know, when it comes to AI videos, AI content, there's a time and a place and a reason. It should not be the only content that you're posting. There needs to be you in your content. And so taking your content into ChatGPT and trying to write the post, I mean, the reality is it looks like everybody else's content because ChatGPT just regurgitates content that it gets from online. So it regurgitates whatever ChatGPT has said. So you have to be really, really, really good about training that AI to understand who you are, how you think, how you talk, words you use, words you don't use, the pace that you speak at. My ChatGPT or my Gemini, I don't use ChatGPT, I use Gemini, but my Gemini will spout things back to me so fast because I talk fast, because it knows that, right? So Keith, I would say if you're spending money on something, or anybody else who might be spending money on someone else who's trying to take stuff off your plate by posting content for you and it's not working, well, don't do things that don't work. That's the definition of insanity, right? You keep trying to do the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. And if you've been doing it for 3 years and it says after 3 years, you've gotten 0 results, I mean, answer, writing on the wall. Okay, so 12 home tours a week. Very simple. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. The other piece that I want to talk to you about is the way that your content should be working, should look. So when you think about it, when someone comes to your profile, they need to know right away what you do. So how many of you have on your profile, whether it be Instagram, Facebook, what it is you do and who you serve? Okay. I'm going to tell you, if yours says realtor, it doesn't matter. I don't want to see that. I'm going to flip away. Okay. I'm just going to say that because the reason is every single one of us on this call has a real estate license. Is that correct? So what does that allow every single one of us to do? The exact same thing. In that sense, none of us are different. However, each of us do and are different and unique. And we all know that. We know that our client's going to work with us because of our unique value, right? So if your profile does not immediately express your unique value and it just says realtor, Seattle, Washington. I don't know, in Seattle, how many real estate agents are there? There's, I don't even know. I think last time I checked, there was like 18,000 registered to the Northwest MLS or something like that. It's crazy. So I'm one of 18,000 people. So when you're thinking about your profile, you need to have in there who it is that you serve. So I have a couple of really good examples here. These two people were students of mine. And here we go. So you want to optimize your profile with what exactly it is, who exactly you serve. Who exactly do you serve? On Instagram, it's really important because on Instagram, it is a searchable feature. So on Instagram, Veronica here, in her name, her brand name says the realtor. That's where she put realtor. Because you have such a little amount of real estate when it comes to your profile that if Veronica had said, hi, I'm Veronica, the realtor, right down here in this, like underneath where it says real estate, it would have taken up all that space. But instead, she's literally saying her niche right there. What is her niche?
Relocation and new construction.
Yep. Relocation and new construction specialist. That's her niche. What about Allie? What's Allie's niche?
Mm.
Digital marketing. That's her niche.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh, I help owners sell their home.
So take a look. So take a look at your profile right away. And is it clear? Is it client focused? Is it less about me and more about you? So everyone take a look at that, because that's the number one way that you're going to get people to either follow you or not follow you, is if they know, especially your audience, they need to know what you do for them. Who are you? So if you're just like, I help every single home buyer and seller. Okay, well, you got to be a little more niche than that. I help 55 and up. I help land and ranch. I'm an equestrian property specialist. I help people find their retirement homes. I'm a retirement center specialist, a retirement location specialist. I love to help snowbirds. Right? Whatever your niche is, that should be part of your profile. That should be really the only thing in your profile. All this other stuff, like here, she has Realty One Group signature. No one really cares what brokerage you're at. They don't care. I mean, there's maybe probably 1 in 10 people who actually care what brokerage you're at, like a consumer. Like the only people that really care what brokerage you're at are other agents, right? So again, think about your following, who are you talking to? And most of you are here because you want to talk to buyers and sellers on Instagram and Facebook. So is your profile said? Is your profile clear? Okay. Bonnie just said, what do I need to change? First of all, yours looks like it might have been written by ChatGPT because of the amount of words in there. So I would just say, take out trusted real estate agent, because everyone already knows you're a real estate agent, at least they should. So in your profile, your IG profile, or even your Facebook profile, you don't need to have, I'm a real estate agent. Because you can see by Veronica's name, Veronica the realtor, what she does, right? You already know what industry she's in. You can also see by her industry here that she's in real estate. So you don't need to have that on your profile. And in this one here, where does it say what does it say she does? She's a principal broker. She's a real estate broker. So she doesn't need to have that in her intro. So if you have I'm a real estate agent or a trusted real estate agent or a trusted real estate advisor in your bio specifically, I would take that out. You don't need it. But on your Facebook and Instagram profile, you need to have somewhere in there that you are in real estate. And there's many other features that you can do that with.
So you see she has digital marketing. I lost her. I lost it. Where was it? Okay. So trusted real estate agent, you're saying for her to delete that preferably?
For Bonnie's comment, yeah, I would delete
Yeah.
trusted real estate agent, yes.
I like empowering your every move as a buyer and seller.
Yep. But see,
And
there,
then the
not
digital
Bonnie,
market.
yeah, Bonnie, in your thing, by the way, you have real estate agent in there twice. Basically, realtor, or real estate agent. That's a lot of real estate space. That's a lot of space, and there's so many other things that you could say there. You could be more specific about who you actually serve.
Okay.
Also,
how do you make a difference between your personal and your business profile? Because there's certain things that you can only do on your business profile for Facebook ads and things like that.
Yeah, Facebook ads are totally different. On your business profile, that's where you can be as businessy as you want, because that's the purpose of it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But for your personal page, which is really where more of your business comes from, and really you only need a Facebook business account if you're running ads. And even today, you don't actually need a Facebook business account, because you can do a professional profile on your personal profile. We'll actually give you better insights, and you can run ads from that if that's what you want to do. But I would just say, like, to have real estate agent in this little tiny space that you have, it's a waste of real estate. Okay. So I would take that out. Okay. And then one final thing I want to share with you today that hopefully you can take with you is, I want you to think about DMs. There's you need to leverage your DMs to actually book appointments. Let me share the screen with you. Yeah, leverage your DMs to book your appointments. Here are 3 DMs that I sent that have the highest response rate for me. So take it, take a picture. There's not going to be any slides. So take a picture if you want. To the new followers and new friends, add a video message, by the way. Practice getting comfortable on video. Add a video message that says, hey, it's awesome to connect with you. I hope you're having a good day, month, season so far. Number one response. It comes to this. There's no question, no selling, no nothing. It's building community. And the best thing about doing this to your new followers and new friends is because you're engaging with them right away on another feature on Meta, whether in the DMs, right? Because they friended you or followed you on Instagram or Facebook. You're going to the DMs to say thank you. You're boosting your engagement automatically. So then what happens over the next 30 days is that Meta shows all of your content to them. So part of your strategy, if you want to get business from Facebook and Instagram, should be to friend request and follow people every single day. The next message that I send that gets really good response is my favorite because it's to a negative response. And this is where a lot of people are so scared to post on social because they're afraid they're going to get somebody to say something super negative. Have any of you ever posted a listing in like a local community Facebook group and someone said it was overpriced? Or you've seen the post? I'm going to say, yes, I am that agent who's posted things that said it was overpriced, and I closed 2 deals from that post. It's in my social media course. I share that in there. But my favorite thing is, hey, thanks for your feedback on my post about the overpriced listing in Bonnie Lake Community Group. What do you think the price should be? And they say they're going to respond. People like to be heard, especially when they have a negative opinion. People like to argue. If they're keyboard warriors, they're going to continue to argue. So it's up to you to turn that around. And usually I get, oh, it should be $100,000 less. And I'm like, oh my gosh, where do you get that data? Where do you get that idea? Oh, well, I just saw 3 houses down the street sell for me for this much. I'm like, oh, are you thinking about selling your house? When's the last time you had your house? When's the last time someone did evaluation on your house? Oh, I can do that for you. Why don't I give you another opinion? Let me know what you think. So post those listings in your Facebook groups. Don't be afraid of it. And anytime someone makes a comment, like that comment, and then automatically go in and send them a message. And hint, if you send them a video message right away, the video message is going to get you even better responses. How many of you got a video message from me confirming your attendance today? Unless you registered this morning, you all got one. Unless you registered this morning, you all got one. Okay, video messages help. The next one that has the highest response rate for me is this one. These are to my old friends, followers, because you want to try to keep engagement going on social. You want to keep it going. So when I'm scrolling social and I see someone had a win or had a milestone, I want to celebrate them. Hey, Lauren, congrats on that recent sale, or congrats on, running that marathon. How does it feel? What's your training plan look like? This leads into the basic Ford questions, right? Family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. So those are the 3 DMs that I send that give me the highest response rate. Okay, I have 6 minutes left. I'm happy to answer questions for those that have it. Are there any questions?
Do you have the funnel set up?
Can you have the funnel set up? Yeah, absolutely. We can. Pretty easy. I can show you how to do that. Okay, so tomorrow, those of you who want more of a deep dive, more one-on-one with your actual profile, like Bonnie did, I will look at your profile for you tomorrow if you want it. It is. I'll be doing an hour-long deep dive. Tyler's putting a link in the chat if you want to register for it. It is a $47 day, but it's an hour. I'm going to dig in with you. You're going to walk away with a plan. I'm going to audit your profile, help you optimize your profile. I'm going to give you the exact steps that you need to update your, or to install a funnel like Bonnie just said. I'm going to share with you my exact templates for the virtual open houses. So those of you who want more insight, want a deeper dive into your content, I'm going to be doing that tomorrow. And if tomorrow doesn't work, there is going to be a 5-day challenge that I'm doing at the beginning, the first week of February. So if any of you want to get in on that, just reply to me, send me an email, send me a message, and I'll let you know when that's available. But I'm going to tell you guys, I have closed $100 million in real estate since 2018. 75 million of it has been from social media, doing these things that I just told you to do. And it's because I took action every day. I decided that social media is the way I want to go because I got super burnt out in 2021. I went broke. I was broke. And you know, when you're broke, it's hard to think about not being broke. Right? I had to figure it out. And I figured out the best way to make it happen was to take action and to find out what my audience wanted to see. Joe just said, okay, and actually that's one of my slides is to stop using AI to chat with people. No, you got to have a human conversation with people. Because I'm going to tell you, when you're talking to me in real life, I'm never going to be like, hey, Keith, wait a second. Hey, ChatGPT, what do I say to Keith to respond to this question? You laugh, but that's what happens. This is what we do. That's what we do. So, you know, AI, I do talk about ManyChat. I do use ManyChat in my automations, and it takes a conversation to a point. I actually have a whole automation that I use to actually set an appointment. So the answer to Joe's question is yes, it is possible, but it's got to be used in the right situation. Okay. So I do automate. I have booked plenty of appointments automatically from ManyChat, 100%. Yep. And I'm going to show you that in my 5-day challenge. Delisa, it's going to be dependent on your market. For home tours, do you think model homes or pre-existing homes are better? Dependent on your market. Really depends. I have a lot of new homes in my market. A lot of new homes. So I'll do new homes. Mm-hmm. I like to also think about home tours is like, it's got to be on brand. What kind of homes do you want to sell? So if you're not selling them, act like you already are. Basically, if you want to sell luxury homes, act like you're already selling luxury homes. If you want to be a new construction specialist, act like you're a new construction specialist. Like that's the best thing about content and video is you can do and be whoever you want. You just have to do it consistently. Okay. Hope that helped.
Thank you so much, Linnea, for this today.
Yep, absolutely.
I can testify that posting on social media, like I've been very successful at targeting people that I've known personally in life by posting videos, doing house tours. I had 2 friends reach out from high school they're moving back home and they're like, hey, can you help us? Hadn't talked to them in 25 years. My struggles have been targeting people that aren't followers, but some of this is just gold today. Like I just have a new vision and I thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah. And you know, if that's your problem, that's a lot of people's problem too, is like targeting the people that aren't followers. And that's where you have to focus on growth. So today I focused mostly on nurturing. So tomorrow and our quick Wednesday, I can focus more on growth. And then in my 5-day challenge that's coming up, I'm going to focus more specifically on growth. So you might want to join one of those things if you want more on those, because this today was specifically for working what you already have. Because I want you guys to realize that it doesn't matter if you have 100 followers or 100,000 followers. Like Shannon, the TikTok video that I shared with you, she has less than 1,000 followers on TikTok. And I think on Instagram, she's got like 500 followers. That's 1,400 people in her database. So that kind of stuff doesn't matter. Like those metrics don't matter. So if you want to grow that and you want to get in front of new people, that's really what the quick wins and the 5-day challenge is all about. So stay tuned for those. And Joe just said, do you find after paying X dollars on marketing, the algorithm takes a life of its own? No, I don't. I think that when you continue to pay for ads, you have to always pay for ads. Unless you decide to replace ads with the right amount of organic content, which is what I did. So I relied for a very long period on especially my real estate business was ads for a minute. And then I was like, oh, I don't like it. Right. And my coaching business, same thing. Right. I was like, I got to test it. So I'm going to tell you, it works in multiple different areas. It worked for real estate and for coaching, where I was paying a lot of money for ads and realized I didn't like the return that I was getting. And instead I replaced the ad dollars, if you will, metaphorically, I replaced that with organic content. So that's the answer to that, Joe. Hopefully that helps. Okay. Thank you all. I hope to see some of you tomorrow. Those of you who do want insight or do want info on the 5-day challenge, let me know. Joe said, I see, said the blind man. I love it. Okay. So I'll see you all tomorrow and have a wonderful day. Bye.